Thank you, ma'am. You mentioned hate, you mentioned racism, you mentioned unpredictability. But polling recently suggests that I'm speaking specifically for a demographic of Latino men. Polling suggests that there's an increasing number of Latino men that are supporting Trump this time around as compared to previous occasions. Uh, at the moment, Trump and Harris, have an equal support of 47%, but Trump has increased his support in previous elections. So, despite your suggestions, we see an increase in support. Do you have a rationale, a theory, a logic for this? How do you see this?
I think a lot of people are not only familiar with what happened. I think people sometimes forget what happened in the last few years. But also, if we go back to culture, the Latino men are known to be very machista, very misogynistic. Um, they have a different form of culture, I guess, in a way. And I think that's what they kind of reflect on Trump. This is a strong man who is saying what he wants to say, not apologetic at all, and that's how many Latinos that I've met. They're very strong-headed, and I think that's part of it. I think culture part plays a part of this. Of course, the Latina women are more empathetic, but of course, there's some that might follow what their spouse says. So I think culture plays a part of it, but at the same time, I think overall it's just people are not remembering what would happen, and some people are looking at it as an economic viewpoint. And I understand. I know economy is very important to us, important to me. However, I think we can't ignore everything else that has been said on our people, on minorities, and just because we're focusing on economy. So that's another thing.
So, do I take it that this is a concession you just made that perhaps Trump is better on the economy? Is that what you're hinting at here?
From what I've heard people say, they support Trump simply because, according to them, it was a better economy back then. And I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, if we realize it's always like that with presidents. President works for 4 years. Either it could be worse or it could be best. We saw it with George Bush, child, or not the child, but not the junior, I guess. He did a really bad economy. Obama came, fixed it for 4 years, left it a little bit better. Trump came in, and then, well, more than 4 years, I guess, for Obama, but came in, and then he had a better economy to work with. And then from there, he kind of did his mess. It kind of dwindled down, and we are now to this point, which has been getting better, but of course, it's not where it used to be. So I think 4 more years would be able to help. But we know that if we do go with someone else that kind of pretty much started dwindling down our economy, we would not be in the greatest place. The people that would get the most benefit would be people that are wealthier.